You ever feel like you're running on a treadmill that's set on max speed? Working harder than everyone around you, checking off tasks, staying busy, but somehow still not getting where you want to go? Here's the brutal truth. You're not failing because you're not doing enough. You are failing because you're doing too much. What if I told you that every breakthrough in your life, every major win, will come from doing less, not more? That the most successful people don't have superhuman willpower or infinite time. They just know the one question that changes everything. In the next 15 minutes, I'm breaking down The One Thing by Gary Keller, the book that flips productivity on its head and shows you exactly how to cut through the noise and focus on what actually moves the needle. This isn't about hustle culture. This is about precision. Let's go. Section 1, The Domino Effect, Small Actions, Massive Results. Let me ask you something. How many goals are you juggling right now? Get in shape, build a side hustle, learn a new skill, fix your sleep schedule, read more, network better. The list goes on, right? And here's what happens. You start strong on Monday. By Wednesday, you're overwhelmed. By Friday, you've convinced yourself you're just not disciplined enough. Sound familiar? Here's the shift. Keller introduces something called the domino effect. Picture a single domino, small, unimpressive on its own. Now imagine that domino can knock down another domino that's 50% larger, and that one knocks down an even bigger one. By the time you get to the 18th domino, you are knocking over something the size of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. By the 31st, you are toppling a structure taller than Mount Everest. That's not a fantasy, that's physics. And it's exactly how success works. Think about Netflix. In the late 90s, they had one focus: mail-order DVDs. Not streaming, not original content. Just perfecting one thing. That single domino knocked down the next: customer loyalty. Then the next: data on viewing habits. Then streaming. Then global domination. One focused action, compounding into an empire. Here's your move. Stop trying to knock down 10 dominoes at once. Identify the one domino in your life that, if you knocked it down today, would make everything else easier or unnecessary. Want to get healthy? Don't overhaul your entire life. Start with one thing. Drink 64 ounces of water daily. That single habit creates momentum. It leads to better food choices, more energy, consistent workouts. One domino. Reflective question. What's the one action you've been avoiding because it feels too small to matter, but deep down, you know it's your starting domino? Success isn't a shotgun blast. It's a sniper rifle. One target. One shot. Maximum impact. Section 2, The Focusing Question, Your North Star. You know that feeling when you finish a day and you're exhausted, but you can't name a single meaningful thing you actually accomplished? You were busy. You were productive. But nothing moved. That's not laziness. That's living without a filter. Energy Tone. Keller gives you the most powerful productivity tool you'll ever use. It's not an app. It's not a hack. It's a question. What's the one thing I can do, such that by doing it, everything else becomes easier or unnecessary? Read that again. This question is your North Star. It cuts through distraction, kills busy work, and points you directly at leverage. Story. I read about a guy who was drowning in his startup. 18-hour days. No traction. He asked himself the focusing question and realized his one thing wasn't marketing, product dev, or networking. It was talking to 10 real customers every week. That's it. Every conversation gave him insights that shaped his entire business. 6 months later, profitable. One question changed everything. Here's how you use it. Morning ritual. Before you check your phone, ask yourself, what's my one thing today? Write it down. Protect it. Everything else is secondary. Weekly planning. Every Sunday, ask, what's my one thing this week that will create the most momentum? Life direction. Every quarter, ask, what's my one thing this year that will make the biggest difference in my future? This question is a scalpel. It removes everything that doesn't matter. Reflective question. If you could only accomplish one thing this week, what would move your life forward the most? Metaphor. Your attention is a spotlight, not a floodlight. Stop trying to illuminate everything. Aim it at the one stage that matters. Music. Reflective. Building anticipation. Section 3. The lies that hold you back. 7 o'clock to 9:30. EMPATHY tone. Let's talk about the lies we tell ourselves. Not the obvious ones, the invisible ones. The beliefs that sound true but quietly sabotage you. Lie number 1. Everything matters equally. No, it doesn't. Some tasks are worth 10 times more than others. When you treat everything as urgent, nothing gets the attention it deserves. Lie number 2. Multitasking works. You think you're being efficient. Science says you're wrecking your brain. Every task switch costs you time, focus, and quality. You are not doing 3 things at once. You are doing 3 things poorly. Lie number 3. I just need more discipline. Wrong. Discipline is a limited resource. It's a battery, not a solar panel. You only have so much in a day. When you rely on discipline for everything, you burn out. Steve Jobs wore the same outfit every day. Obama limited his decisions to 2 suit colors. Why? Because they understood, every decision drains your willpower tank. They saved their mental energy for the decisions that actually mattered. Here's your strategy. 1. Eliminate the 80%. Look at your to-do list. 80% of it doesn't matter. Cut it. Delegate it. Delay it. 2. Time block your one thing. Put it on your calendar like a meeting with your future self. Ideally, your first 2 to 3 hours of the day. Protect it viciously. 3. Build habits, not discipline. Discipline gets you started. Habits keep you going. Your goal isn't to power through every day, it's to make your one thing automatic. Reflective question: which lie are you believing right now that's keeping you stuck? Discipline is gasoline. Habits are the engine. Stop burning fuel and start building the machine. Section 4. The Four Thieves of Productivity. You've identified your one thing. You know the question to ask. So why is it still so hard to follow through? Because there are thieves stealing your focus every single day. And most of them, you invited in. Thief number 1, the inability to say no. Every yes to something unimportant is a no to your priority. You think you're being helpful. You are actually being self-destructive. Thief number 2, fear of chaos. When you focus on your one thing, other stuff will slip. Emails will pile up. Small tasks will wait. And that's okay. Extraordinary results require letting go of ordinary expectations. Thief number 3, poor health habits. You can't focus when you're running on 4 hours of sleep and gas station coffee. Your brain needs fuel, sleep, movement, nutrition. Skip these, and your one thing doesn't stand a chance. Thief number 4, your environment. If your phone is next to you, you're toast. If your workspace is chaotic, your mind will be too. Design your environment to support your focus, not sabotage it. I know someone who moved their phone to another room during work hours. That's it. That one change added 90 minutes of deep focus to their day. 90 minutes. Not because they got more disciplined, because they removed the thief. Audit your day. What are you saying yes to that doesn't serve your goals? Start saying no. What's one health habit you've been ignoring? Fix it this week. What's in your environment that's stealing focus? Remove it today. Reflective question: which thief is robbing you the most, and what's one action you can take today to stop it? Your focus is a vault. If you leave the door open, don't be surprised when the treasure's gone. Music, energetic, motivational build. Section 5, living the one thing, from concept to reality. Alright, let's bring this home. You've got the knowledge. Now let's talk about the life. Because here's the thing. This isn't just about getting more done. It's about living differently. It's about waking up with clarity instead of chaos. It's about going to bed knowing you moved the needle on what actually matters. Story. There's a story Keller shares about a successful entrepreneur who, for years, felt like he was winning in business but losing in life. He was making money but missing his kids' milestones. His one thing at work was clear, but his one thing at home was invisible. So he asked the question, what's the one thing I can do in my family life that will make everything else easier or unnecessary? His answer? Be home for dinner. That's it. Not elaborate vacations. Not grand gestures. Just showing up consistently for one meal a day. That single commitment rebuilt his relationship with his family. The one thing isn't just a productivity method. It's a life philosophy. It works in your career, your health, your relationships, your personal growth. Here's your action plan. 4. Define your one thing in each major area: career, health, relationships, personal growth. One focus per area. 5. Schedule it. If it's not on your calendar, it doesn't exist. Block time for your priorities first, then fill in the gaps. 6. Review weekly. Every Sunday, ask, did I honor my one thing this week? If no, why not? Adjust. Reflective question: if you live the next 90 days with absolute clarity on your one thing, what would your life look like? Your life is a garden. You can scatter seeds everywhere and hope something grows. Or you can plant one powerful seed, water it daily, and watch it become a tree. Look, I get it. You are tired of feeling scattered. Tired of working hard with nothing to show for it. Tired of watching other people win while you're stuck spinning your wheels. But here's what I need you to understand. You're not broken. You're not lazy. You are just aiming at too many targets. The one thing is your permission to stop. To simplify. To focus. Success isn't about doing everything. It's about doing the right thing. And when you do that, when you ask the focusing question every single day and protect your priority like your future depends on it, because it does, everything changes. So here's my challenge to you. Tomorrow morning, before you do anything else, ask yourself, what's the one thing I can do today that will make everything else easier or unnecessary? Write it down. block the time, do the work, and then do it again the next day. And the next. Because your breakthrough isn't hiding in 100 tasks. It's waiting in one. If this summary helped you see your own journey differently, drop a in the comments and tell me which mindset you're working on this week. And don't just watch growth, join it. Subscribe to Book Bite USA, where every book becomes a breakthrough. Now go find your one thing. And knock down that first domino. Music fades out with inspirational resolve. Word count, approximately 1985 words.